Hi everyone. Hello for sorry for the delay. We've been just waiting for more participants. Um we actually don't know if anyone else is coming and apologies, but my camera is still not fixed. So yeah, hopefully for next week as I've been away and then yeah, it just like it wasn't it's not fixed. So for today's session, we have entryways, foyers, hallways, etc. So everything that you see, whatever you open your door, that's what we will be discussing today. We might wrap it earlier if if no one else will join, but I'll just try to go through the agenda. So first, when it goes to the step-by-step tips to design entryways that impress, I will show you a few inspirations and I will talk you through them and I will tell you what items are making it special and making it look nice, elegant, and like eye-catching. And then we will talk about some trips to maximize the space if your hallways are smaller. Also, if you would like to add some storage or not. So, like, I would go through all of that during showing you the inspirations, and then we'll go to live demo, and I will show you one or two examples of how we can start with creating hallways or entryways. We might skip the challenge, but we'll see like if more people will join, then we will do it. If not, then we will just simply skip it. So yeah, so just I'll just reshare something else in a second. Just give me. I'll just open my inspirations and I will share the screen. Okay, so just let me do it this way. And now, okay, hope you're able to see it. Okay, so let's start with the first inspiration. So this one is for smaller sized hallways and also if you want to have just a bit of storage. So we can put, for example, on the other side, if we have a space, we can add a wardrobe for our coats, like everyday coats, jackets, etc. But on this side, as you can see, we have a mirror, so that will be the first tip for small spaces. Whatever we want them to look bigger, we want to enlarge them, then we can. Greer, I do not think it is fair to skip the challenge. These people showed up and should be able to do the challenge. It is not our fault. Nobody else showed up. Yes, yeah, perfect. I agree with you. We can do the challenge at the end. So yes, if you're happy to participate in the challenge, then we will, of course, tell you what the challenge is. So thank you so much, Greer, for that message. and hope everyone else agrees. So we will do the challenge at the end. Yes, so first thing will be to add mirrors. Mirrors always enlarge the space, so mirrors will be very good idea for smaller spaces and for pretty much any hallway. If you have any hallway that is more um, like that will be working more as a storage, or like, you know, when you want to see yourself before you go out, then mirror is a must. And like, you know, it's not only for having a look at yourself before you leave the door, but also to make the space bigger and to add a bit of elegance to the space as well. Then the next thing is lighting. Here we have very delicate LED lights on the wall next to the mirror, and then we have very subtle recessed lights on the ceiling. Like the space is very minimalistic with neutral colors and natural materials, and it will suit loads of interiors. Like we have one storage with like a drawer where you can keep all your keys or whatever you need when you leave in the house, and a small bench underneath, so like you can even sit on it when you're putting your shoes, etc. So that will be the first example, and that will be the one with the storage. Now we have another one. This one is like Japandi wabi sabi style. Here we have small wardrobe added on a side as well. We have hooks where we can leave our bags or any piece of clothing. And we also have a bench where we can sit, take out the shoes from the wardrobe or the drawer underneath, and sit on a bench and put on the shoes and then go. Like, you know, you don't have to add the mirror on this side. The mirror can be on the other side. Because this one, it actually looks really nice without the mirror, with all the natural textures. So we could add a mirror on the other side. So that's another example when it comes to adding a bit of storage into your hallway. Then we have a third one that's again a hallway with the storage, very minimalistic, very simple. Here we have a wardrobe on one side, and then another drawer for anything that we need to hide, and then a small seat, flowers added to just for like an extra detail. But again, use of neutral textures and natural materials like wood coverings, and it looks really, really nice. Then we have a bit of a different example, like it's still in neutrals, but the hallway is a bit bigger. And here, as you can see, we have a wardrobe on one side. So that will be like a built-in wardrobe for all our everyday coats or jackets. And then on the other side, we have a bench with a small stool that we can either use as a decorative piece and, like, you know, put anything on it, or leave a bit of space and also use it as a usual bench. So here, as you can see, like we have a very neutral floor. The floor goes all the way into the end of the hallway. The floor on the hallway can be the same as you will have in the rest of your rooms, or you can mix tiles in your hallway entryway and then add like wooden flooring on the rest of the downstairs. It's just the main thing is that they will match, not even by color but by style. So like if you would like to have tiles in your entryway, even out of practicality, then just remember, so like, you know, when you're leaving the your hallway and going inside of let's say living room or kitchen, then it looks nice and cohesive, and it doesn't look like it's two totally separate spaces. So I always try to like, you know, point that out. So whatever space we're creating, let it be matching with other rooms in the house. Here, that's a smaller size entryway again. And here the art has a huge impact. So like we have um wooden slats on one of the walls just with an art, and then it's like a side table in and it looks like a piece of wood, which adds like a natural material. And then we have a lovely art on, like, in a big size, and that creates like a wow factor. So like adding art pieces into your hallway, that will that that can create like this extra that can add this extra element, and we can create very um dramatic look by adding art, or just like a point of interest. So it all depends what kind of art will we choose. But adding art, if we have a space for it, on an entryway, if we want to create like a wow factor, that's a way to go. Now this one here is a bit of a bigger hallway. We have an open stairs, so whatever we walk in, we can see the stairs that leads upstairs. And when we have hallways like that, when the stairs are visible, it's nice to implement the stairs into the design, so they are actually part of design. Like we don't want to cover them. It's like nice when they stand out. Here they've used like a line wash effect on all the walls, and then a lovely table in the middle where you can, like, put some decorative pieces, and a beautiful flooring, and again a piece of art. And then also we can add another point of interest by adding a lovely oversized light above the table. This solution will be better for just a bit bigger hallways, as I mentioned before, or if we have like a foyer when we going in, and then maybe we have like another room where we can add some storage, like a utility room or anything else, like, so we don't need any storage in our hallway. So this one will be definitely more elegant look. But if there's a space for it and we don't need to put any storage, then that's one of the ideas how you can decorate the entryway. Then we have another one, it's even bigger one. Here we have a beautiful ceiling design and lovely paneling on the walls. Again, beautiful flooring, and all the colors are matching. So like even the table in the middle and the vase, they are like, as you can see, it's more like a monochromatic, black and white, oversized chandelier above the table, which creates that wow effect and adds a bit of luxury. So like if you're creating a house, like a luxury house, then this is the style of an entryway or a foyer that you would like to go for. I have here another example that can work for these kind of houses and spaces. So again, like a bit simpler than the other one, but still very elegant, monochromatic, lovely light, arch door with the molding around. So yes, it all depends with what kind of hallways, like, we will be working. But it's good, like, to have loads of ideas, and like, know which then and then know which direction will we go. Yes, so that's another one. Quite simple here. The main feature is the arch that is in the wall. So it looks like a niche, or more like a nook or something like that. Simple bench, art again, an oversized vase with some branches, and again, a really nice, lovely effect when you're coming in and you have, let's say, a Mediterranean style home, or like a very organic style home that will suit the vibe. Then we have another one. This one will suit um, even like more elegant Japandi style. Also a bit like a traditional with maybe like vibes of wabi sabi or Japandi style. A long hallway with just a runner in the middle, wooden floor, a bit of a gallery wall, then oversized art on the other side, some plants. So again, you're coming in, it's a long hallway, but it is very nice, very clean, but still very interesting. And I'm sure that loads of people will like the effect of this hallway. Now there's another one similar, but just shorter and a bit more simple. Again, we have moldings on the sides. We have arched doorways and arched doors. Like arches are very on top now. So like they've been added to nearly every like a new interiors. So yeah, arches they are details to go for when we design in like new spaces. Then an oversized art again and beautiful lighting. Now our next idea is again with an open stairs. So here the stairs are also implemented into the design and they work really well. We have a mirror here with a bench, very nice, very simple. This is another idea with like a sideboard on a side. Then again, it all depends on the size of the hallway. And here we have another beautiful chandelier to add that bit of elegance and luxury. And then we have our last one. So that's again with a built-in storage with a bench and a small wardrobe and a lovely slatted ceiling for extra effect, and also textured wallpaper on the walls that will add that depth as well. So and again, mirror, that's a quite narrow small space, so mirror to enlarge it. And when if we will come back into our agenda, so I can just go step by step on our points. Okay, we here. So when it goes for the tricks to maximize the space and of course the style is as I've mentioned, if we have a narrow hallways or dark hallways where we don't have loads of natural light, then adding mirrors that reflect natural light and enlarge the space, that will be the way to go. When it comes to style, try to like we don't have to go wild when it goes like to hallways and entryways, but try to keep it cohesive with the rest of the house. So like it is nice to introduce the vibe that we will see in the rest of the house in the hallway. So whatever someone's coming in, they they know pretty much how what to expect, and like what style will be introduced all over the house. Of course, like the hallways can be like for me the hallway is like an introduction of of the rest of the spaces. So so that's why I think it should be quite cohesive with the rest of the spaces. So now I will go to the live demo, and if you have any questions or anything at all that is on your mind that you want to ask or point out, then let me know, and I'll be checking the chat if we have any questions or anything else, and I will go through it as usual. So let's go with room, and let's say that we'll have like a bit longer one, not very wide. So like for the first one, I will show you how you can create arch shape hallway. So like we will have an arch all over our hallway, and then we can even add another arches that have moldings on it. And I will just show you how that looks, and that can be one of the ideas how you can create an entryway or a hallway, for example. So let's go to the shortlist, and first of all, I will just check my height. Okay, we have 4 meters here. And now I will go to my shortlist, and I have my arch doorways. So I will use this one. I will first move it in here, and now I will go and I will just simply edit it. And now we will make it very deep, and we will move it. Okay, let's go to 3D. So the reason why I did it is I want to have an arch-shaped ceiling and arch-shaped entryway. So we have it here. Now I will just simply resize it a bit more. So 6.8. So it will be pretty much okay, the size of my hallway. So now we will just simply go inside. So whatever you will be doing your rendering, then you will just go inside. But I would like to add a bit of more element onto it, so it's not like it doesn't look like a tunnel. So what I will do, I will go to my shortlist, and I will also use this doorway like in arch shape as well, but this one has moldings. So what I will do, I will resize it so it's sticking out a bit on the sides. And now I will move it. Let's say that I will move it here. And now I will clone it. And I will move it around here. So they are like we can do like equal distances if we want to. Now I'll just use the resize tool again. Okay, a bit down so we can't see anything else. And now when we go to the inside, as you can see, we can see the moldings. And now when we will be applying texture, for example, we can do different texture on these walls here. And then we can do, for example, different texture on the trims around these arches, just a bit more interest. We can go, for example, with this kind of flooring, like checkered floor, like for example this one or this one, and we can actually do 45 degrees so it goes diagonally. And now we can add different skirting boards if we want to, like the baseboards, or we can just make them a different color, and we can also add art in between our sections. So if we'll go, I think I have something in here. So we could, for example, add some art. Like, as you know, we can always upload an image from to the textures and change the inside of the art if we want any particular art, like style to use. So we have something like that. Now we can put it on both sides, and then you can add a door at the end, like a glass door. Just use your any colors that you want or textures on the inside. Let's say that we can do some kind of wallpaper, like a textured wallpaper or something like that, just like, to add a bit more interest to the hallway. Maybe something in a bit of a different color, but just like, just to add that something extra if you don't want just the plain walls. So you can play with texture here, just add a door at the end, add beautiful chandeliers, for example, on the top. We can add one, or we can add even two. Let's say that we can go, for example, with this one here. Okay, we'll zoom in so we are inside. And now we can move it to anywhere, and we can do two or three or one as you like. But then when we will be doing the render, just make sure that you're just inside of the hallway. So like all the details here, they will be visible, and that will look way better than it looks now without all the textures. So that will be one idea. It will be more like an elegant style hallway. Then a next one that we can do, it will be with like loads of windows on both sides. So let's say that we'll go here, sorry, to shortlist, and we can use some arched windows, and we will add an arched door as well. Now, what I always do, I will drop one window, I will edit it, and then I will just simply use the clone tool and add more if I need to. If I need more windows of the same size, so that will just save you some time. Now with this one again, we'll just now we can go to 3D. We can change the texture, like the color of the frame of the windows, to the same as of the doors. And now we can again change the flooring, add moldings on the ceiling, and add beautiful table in the middle, and add some textures, chandelier, and you will be done with your hallway. Then I have another example with like rounded stairs in the middle. It was on one of the videos, so maybe some of you might have seen it, but I will open it and I will tell you how I created that. So that will be another one with visible stairs, and where the stairs are a part of, of the hallways, and they are a part of the design. And they're actually, even the stairs itself, they create like a lovely wow factor because they are rounded. So as you can see, we have another hallway here. So this one is quite dramatic because of the wallpaper that is used on the walls and also on the ceiling. And then we have a paneling on the other side. We have some chandeliers and plinths and like arty sculptures on them, and just a small table here where our rounded stairs are. And then the stairs are going up. We can see the light from our skylight. And the way I've created this one is when you created second floor, hopefully you know that we're using the create new product to do it, and then we just simply move it up and down. So this is the product that I've created. I will just unhide the environment. And wherever I put the stairs on, then I've created a flooring, and with the circle, I've copied the shape of my staircase, and then I've used the push and pull to remove the part inside, and hence we have the rounded opening around our rounded stairs. So I left the rest of the stairs white, because if we will cover that with the wallpaper, then it will be a bit too much. So that's another idea of an entryway. Then I also have another one that is very, very simple. It's just a hallway wherever you're going inside of the house, and you have like loads of rooms and like no space for any storage or anything like that. You're just coming into like a long hallway where, like, you have doors to all the rooms on each side. Then you can work with the texture, you can work with lighting on hallways like that. And I simply added just like a console table at the end with a large window and matching doors and loads of lights to make it a bit more interesting. So the focal point here will be just the console table at the end. It's just a narrow hallway. We could add like a mirror into it, for example. But this one is just like a regular hallway, and whatever you're like, creating your layout. So if I will go back to 2D mode, then this is just the hallway, and like, we have rooms on both of the sides. But if you're fortunate, like, more fortunate, and you have like a really big hallway to design, then it will be lovely if you can, like, do it nicely and with, like, with like a wow factor. So hopefully the inspirations that I showed you, they will help you out. And also whatever I showed you here, like a few ideas how you can start with your entryway, then that should be, you should be grand. Um, Greer, can you show us how to do all these techniques instead of just telling us what you did? Yes, of course. So let's go to this one, for example. I will just quickly create a room, and we will just go for, so this is the round staircase that we have here. I obviously resized it first. So if I will go back here, then we can resize it to any size that we want. Or just let me change the height of this one as well. So now we will resize it first. So like whichever height you need, and the width or depth of your entryway. Then we can also resize it again, whatever we will create our flooring. So it will be more accurate. So the next step that I did was, like, you go down, or like you just click on the reset icon so you can see your space from the top down. And now we will simply go with the create new product tool, create yourself and rectangle, and we will trace over our floor. Now we will give it a depth with the push and pull. And now we click on done first, and we will just bring it a bit more up, but still so we can see the shape of the stairs. So now if I will go to modify, I have to unhide my environment. And now I will go with my circle tool. I can start somewhere here in the middle. And now I will just copy the shape. Then I will move my stairs and I will still resize them. So now the first thing that you do will be to remove the shape. That should work for us, but it didn't. I sometimes have problems with the create new product tool lately, and it's like, it doesn't like, it's not solid sometimes. It just goes like a see-through. It happened a few times to me already, but that's the way I did it, and I did it twice already. So like it worked each time, and now like I don't know what's wrong with it. But like whenever I would like to, okay, just let me, I will go here to done, and I will just try to maybe apply like a different texture. On top of that, and maybe then I will try to remove that part there. So just let me go to modify. I don't think if that will work. Yes, okay. I'm really sorry, but I don't know what's going on. That's the way I created it with the other one with the rounded stairs. So I basically created a floor, and then I've created an opening like I always do for the stairs. It's just this one was rounded, and I removed the part that is in the middle. Okay, it worked now. And now pretty much we can just resize it so it just matches more the shape of the stairs. And then you can apply any texture you want. And so like if you have rounded stairs and you want your opening, then you will have to do it with the create new product, as we usually do, and you will use the circle to create an opening, and then push and pull to create a cavity. So you actually have an opening and you can see it. So that will be like the end effect. And then we just simply resize the stairs up to a point that we're happy with everything. And I didn't do it for the first floor purpose. So like, only my literal hallway, whatever you're entering. So whatever is up won't be visible on your render. So like you can have that in mind as well. So like, if something didn't work out on your top, then like you don't have to be worried about it. Just remember that wherever you have openings and you can see up to the second floor, then remember to add textures as well, so it just doesn't look empty. How do you use the ruler to measure the ceiling height, Sheila? Well, with the ceiling height, we set the ceiling height in 2D. So whatever you're drawing your floor plan and you want to change your ceiling height, then you just go click on the wall, go to edit in the top center of your screen, and then you can change the height of the wall of your complete floor plan by selecting full wall. And if you want to only change a height of a single wall, then you just click on partial wall, but that wall can be only lower than the rest of the walls. If you mean by locating your second floor on which height, like so it is on the height that you wanted it to be. Then when you click on the floor that you created, you can go to edit and y, that's your distance from the floor. So you will just put whatever height you need, and that will be height of the ceiling that you created. So that won't be height of the ceiling, the top one. That just will be height of the ceiling that you created, like the ceiling for your first floor and the floor for your second floor. So y, that's the distance from the floor up to this false ceiling here. Yes. And as you can see, the message, there's a detailed tutorial of this room that might be of interest for you. So if anyone didn't see the tutorial on this one, then you can just have a look how that was created, like a step by step and in more detail. So do we have any more questions? In the meantime, like if you might maybe think of a question, but I will just say a few words about the challenge. So, as you might expect, the challenge for you for the next session is to design an entryway and foyer hallway. So again, you will create it and do a render of it and send the render to us. You will get all the details how to participate in the challenge. And then, of course, at another session, we will choose three designs and then we will choose the winner. And there are always prizes involved. So we really encourage you to do it. And also, if you have any requests or topic suggestions for the upcoming sessions, please drop them here, and we'd be happy um, to do it on the another sessions. So I know that you've requested the elevations and export to the floor plans the last week. So like we might do that on one of the sessions. But if you have any other suggestions, then you can drop it here. Sheila, entry and hallway, that's for the challenge. So that was in today's session. So for your next week's challenge, we will ask you to design a hallway, entryway, foyer, whichever you want. And yes, and share it with us. And we will choose the winner on the next session. So we really hope for loads of entries, and we really hope that you will have fun designing the spaces. So I really look forward to what you've come up with. Greer, how do we submit entry? You will get all the information. Just a question to the team that will be sent by email. Yes. So you will receive an email with all the details shortly, how to participate and what is the deadline and how to submit your designs. Okay, guys, so if we don't have any more questions, we will see you all on the next week's session. And I can't wait to see your designs. Thanks so much again for being here with us, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you so much for joining the session.